Welcome back. I'm really excited that this is the final gem for the first quarter of 2014, and I know that it's going to have an impact in your life and those who you share it with. Remember that we have 4 sessions this year, 4 groups of 13 gems. The first one deals with breaking free from bondage, of which this is the last gem. Next week we begin with part 2, which is about break through those imagined barriers. Part 3 begins in the third quarter, which is about breaking out your box, and in the last quarter we're going to look at break into your promised land. So today we're going to talk about the umbilical destruction, and I'm sure you're going to find this an interesting thought and maybe something that you need to deal with in your life. When you tie the knot, untie the umbilical cord. Some people are striving to meet the expectations of deceased parents. Others hold their children captive with statements like, your father or your mother would be very proud of you if, and they follow it with something of interest to them perhaps. It's time to move on. Your parents were chosen to expose you to just the right kind of love and adversity you needed to prepare you for meeting the need for which you were created. There comes a time when you need to leave home, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally as well. Seeking your father or mother's approval when you have children or grandchildren of your own. Seeking your father or mother's approval when you have children or grandchildren of your own is ludicrous. Why wait for your parents to pass on before you begin to follow your dream? Today may be your window of opportunity. Open it. Step into the life you were born to live. Life is too short to live someone else's dream. Choose to live the one you have been given. So here's a question for you. Describe the dream that you have chosen to live. And then ask the question, whose dream is it? Is it yours? Is it your spouse's? Is it your children's? Is it your parents? Is it your grandparents? Is it your society's dream? Whose dream is it that you are living? I'd like to start by asking an important question. Have you left home? Now I know you may have left home physically if you're already married, but have you left home? Have you begun to birth the person you were born to be? Do you still wonder what someone else will think before deciding? I'm amazed at how many people will think about what other people think they should do, and then they make choices based on that. It's as if they're telepathic. But you know something? We cannot tell the thoughts of others. If you find yourself in that position where you're first considering what others might think if you do something, you are not living your dream. They say the definition of insanity is working hard to buy things to impress people who actually don't care about you. And very often we fall into that trap. I can assure you that no one loses sleep over your problems. And neither do people lie awake at night excited about your dreams. That is something that you have to commit to. And I trust that as you sever that umbilical cord, that you'll be released to live your dream. I challenge you today to go and seek out those things that you've been carrying with you from one generation perhaps to another. It's time to leave home. Well, I'm sure this is going to open up a lot of discussion at your Map Cafe. And if you haven't joined one, send an email to mapcafe@map4life.com and we'll send you a list of cafes in your area. But of course, we'd also love to hear your thoughts in writing. So email them through to us at lifegems@map4life.com. Next week, in the start of Breakthrough, we're going to take a look at this barrier. Breakthrough is achieved when you refuse to visualize the non-existent invisible barriers that you have imagined. Wow, we're going to really see some exciting things that are going to open up doors that you never dreamed possible. Now remember, you're welcome to share this with your Facebook friends. And it's really important that you join Map for Life so that we can communicate with you on a regular basis. Because you are a regular listener, we'd like to invite you to be a partner with us and start a map club in your city. Wouldn't that be exciting to see lives change as a result of something you started? Of course it will. It will maybe be the start of a great legacy that you leave. Lastly, it's so important that you and I make a purposeful difference every single day. And right now I believe I'm contributing to that statement. So as you switch off this particular session, go and take something of it to someone else. Why not send them this link so that you too can be mapped? Until we see each other next time, keep on purpose.